Last spring, the International Monetary Fund (IMF) and the World Bank warned of a looming global economic crisis, with rising inflation and spiraling debt levels heightening fears of a global recession. This year, the tone shifts towards cautious optimism as discussions focus on steering the global economy towards a soft landing. The meetings kicked off with a significant milestone. The IMF received the ISO 20121 certification for sustainable events, a testament to its commitment to environmental, social, and economic sustainability at its gatherings.
This is a significant milestone in what for us is the most important journey to sustainable and inclusive development for our members, for everybody on this planet. I am very proud that we have achieved this milestone. ISO 20121 is given to the fund to recognize that our annual and spring meetings meet that standard. And I can tell you, it is not an easy standard to meet.
Concluding the first day of the IMF and World Bank spring meetings, the focus turned to one of the most critical issues facing Africa: its rapid population growth and the imperative of employment. The IMF underscored the necessity for immediate investments in education, emphasizing that equipping today's children with quality education is essential for tomorrow's workforce.
Several countries in Africa face difficulty raising money from markets and donors, and this is likely to persist. Our advice is that countries do their best to protect and, where possible, to expand key spending on education. Working towards raising more public revenues, specifically, seems crucial to implement the education investments we have talked about. The other message is for the international community, including donors and international organizations. As we have seen, the scale of the challenge towards schooling for everyone in Africa is staggering. Official aid and assistance for basic education is vital, especially for countries with most limited fiscal space. But beyond the international solidarity, given the demographic trends we have discussed, the world as a whole also has a vested interest in Africa's success.
In response to the staggering 33.20% inflation in Nigeria, a 28-year high driven by soaring food and energy costs, discussions will include strategies for economic stabilization led by Nigeria's Central Bank Governor Olayemi Cardoso, focusing on necessary reforms in monetary policy. And as global debt hovers at a record $300 trillion, the urgency to address economic resilience in emerging economies is more critical than ever. Later this week, the World Bank's commitment to enhancing climate finance and disease prevention measures will be a focal point. As the world grapples with costly geopolitics and its impact on economic stability, particularly in the Middle East and the Taiwan Strait, these meetings could redefine the trajectory of economic policy. From the corridors of power here in Washington, D.C., where world financial leaders are convening, the narrative this week is that of cautious optimism, but faced with pressing challenges. These crucial discussions are set to continue throughout the week. From Washington, Nkechi Nana for Arise News.